And there's nothing better as teams fight, scratch, do anything to celebrate a championship berth. And so while everyone puts on a good face, along with their Sunday best, it's teams with the right stuff that move on. Fans want one more game, so do the cheerleaders, and we know you, the fans, want more. So sign us up as we high-step our way to another installment of Sideline. And it starts right now.
The most games, the best highlights, from your home field to our live studio. This is Sideline. Now, here's your WBRC Fox 6 sports team.
Hey, let me just tell you something. Let's get fired up for Sideline, the semifinal show. It's the Coosa Christian varsity cheerleaders kicking things off with a little spirit right here. The Conqueror cheerleaders will be making an appearance all show long. Glad to have you ladies and way to get us started, Jay.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Our game of the week is a good one. Cherokee County and Aniana, and oh my goodness, look at Cherokee County. Those guys are pumped, ready to go. Cherokee County lost to Aniana earlier in the season. Would they get them this time? You'll have to wait for those highlights coming up a little bit later on in the show. Welcome into the one and only Sideline. He is Sheldon Haygood, and I'm JJ. And Sheldon, we got a guest full of people here today.
I feel very safe with three of the people that are in this studio
I
right
do
now.
too, man.
Something for you to look forward to. Big guys talking football. You got to love that. But before we get to talking, we're going to show some action as it's semifinals. We're going to start things off in Class 5A. Pleasant Grove, they've gotten to the state championship last 3 years. Their coach, Darryl Lebato, he knows how to fire everybody up, and they get things going. Ramsey, that's QB Reese with a big hit right there. We had a scoreless first quarter, but everybody's fired up. And then, of course, defense setting the tone. Pleasant Grove gets things going in the second quarter with the INT, knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And what did the Spartans do? Hold on here. Eric Hanley, the tackle eligible to the big man, Dontavius Thomas. 7-0 score in favor of the Spartans at that point. Then just before the half, it's Hanley again to Kyron Burrows. That's a touchdown, extra point no good, so it's 13-0. But then the Rams score 20 unanswered points. And let me tell you something, it starts with defense, and Mr. Reese again with the INT right here. Watch him tiptoe down the sideline. He stays in bounds. That's a pick six. And wouldn't you know it, the Ramsey Rams are headed to the Super 7 with an impressive 27-20 victory over the Spartans. Who are they going to be playing?
Our other 5A semifinal matchup, Charles Henderson visiting Faith Academy. The Rams, both teams 11 wins of the season. And of course, Parker Adams. He finds this man right here, takes it all the way inside of the 5-yard line. Look at him, man. Look at him go. And it gives a little string music at the end there, too. How about that? But number one will throw to the end zone here for Charles Henderson. It's a touchdown, giving a sideline standout. That makes it 14-0. Charles Henderson celebrating at this point, but then Parker Adams, he picks it off, runs it on the board. Rams puts the Rams on the board for a pick six. Charles Henderson, they too much. They win it 27-12. They are going to the finals.
And of course, they're going to be playing Ramsey as they knocked off Pleasant Grove. And we've got some sound from the old great lady.
Yeah.
We're talking Anthony Miles joining us virtually. How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Hey, you're going to the state championship game. Just talk about what you're feeling right now.
You know, it feels great, especially with me being a senior. In 2020, you know, we had the chance to go to state, but we lost to PG, so it feels great to get our revenge and one step closer to accomplishing the goal.
Hey, Anthony, you don't normally smile, you know, when you're playing football, but you got a big old smile on your face right now, man. It's got to feel real good right now, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. We all excited, so we just ready, you know, because everybody been counting us out, and we got a thing where we say it's just us versus us, you know, so we just ready to attack the weekend, bring it home.
Okay, Anthony, we got highlights of tonight's game. Let's go ahead and roll the tape real quick. This is going to be our last question for you real quick. Pleasant Grove has been there. Just talk about what the experience was like tonight at Legion Field and the way your team stepped up.
I feel like with our team, we're more of a second half team because, you know, like last week, we had a bad first half. We was able to make it happen again, push through. Fans got behind us, whole team got behind us. Then everybody started picking it up. So, I feel like if we can keep this up, everything will be great. Everything will be great and good.
All right, Anthony Miles.
Congratulations,
Going
man.
into the Super 7 along with the Ramsey Rams. Congrats on that. Thanks for joining us here on Sideline.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Keep smiling. And of course, here's our matchup right here, guys. As you said, 5A state championship. Charles Henderson and the Ramsey Rams taking on it. That's going to be played Thursday night at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
You're watching Plays That Matter, brought to you by Medical Properties Trust.
I just feel like I get to minister to him and to kind of guide him through his problems.
All right, we're talking about Aniana Senior Cade Neesmith. He's involved in Big Brothers Big Sisters, where he has a little who he mentors. He also just got accepted to JSU. Cade Neesmith is making the plays that matter. And it's unbelievable because we've got post games of all the games that we did highlights for the local teams. Let's see if he picks up. Yep, here we go.
No, we're just going to shorten everything up. We're just going to shorten everything up. Okay, all right, man.
Hey, right there. Oh, that's perfect right there. We can see. Yeah. How you doing, my man?
Hey, Coach Fawcett, I'm using your office. Thank you.
Hey, Devin, can you count to 10 real quick?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Where is my
10.
highlights for this? The B, who they're playing?
Who? Highland?
And now, here's your Coach of the Week, sponsored by CMC Steel.
Hey, we're talking about Ronnie Jackson and what a job he's done with the Ramsey Rams this season. 11-2 coming into this evening. You already know that they won, so they're now 12-2. Last week, his guidance helped the Rams stay focused despite trailing the leads in the quarterfinals. They battled back and won 26-19. And for that leadership, Ronnie Jackson is the Sideline Coach of the Week.
Welcome back in the Sideline. And of course, hey, we got some great games. Sheldon, we got, how about 2A? 2A semifinals. One of those matchups, Highland home at BB Comer. And man, what a game this was right here. All right, Highland home wins the toss and elected to defer to the second half. That was the only thing that they won in the first half. Comer quarterback Devin Harvey passes it to Kamori Harris. It's deflected somehow, but Harris catches it, and he does the rest. He goes off to the races, 64 yards to the house. Touchdown, BB Comer. PAT no good, it's 6-zip. Next series, Devin Harvey fumbles the ball after Javen Johnson sacks and strips the ball. Squadron recovers, but they couldn't do anything with the ball. Next possession, Tigers, Kamor Harris bulldozes a 10-yard touchdown. It's 14-zip after successful PAT. Then, of course, takes it to the house once again. Take a look right there. Another Tiger score makes it 28-0. On the next kickoff, TJ Washington mishandles the ball for Highland Homes. Comer recovers on the 14-yard line, and then Devin, the man, Harvey scrambles, makes it a few people miss, somehow finds Richard Weed in the end zone. Comer too much for the Squadron. They win it by a total of 44-15.
I'm looking forward to this final.
Oh, yeah.
Fife taking on Pisgah Eagles. You know, Fife was 13-0 coming in. They're going to be 14-0. The Red Devils know how to play. Listen to this final. Fife flexes its muscle and wins 41-14. So as we look at the 2A matchup for the Super 7, we'll see that Fife will be taking on BB Comer, and we have a player.
Yes, we do. A very special guest right now. Let's bring in BB Comer quarterback Devin Harvey. Devin, how you doing tonight, man?
Good.
Hey, I just got to say, man, you rocked out. You balled tonight. Not only you, but the entire offense was on all cylinders, man. What made you guys go? I think you hit Highland Home in the mouth, and they never recovered.
Yeah, coach has been talking about it. Just they was talking about giving them what they ain't had all year and just being physical and playing football.
Yeah, you definitely did that. Highland Home has a Florida State commit, but let's roll the highlights. And, of course, he was ineffective because you guys just really put it on him. What was it about your defense as well? Because your defense really did well.
I mean, our defensive coordinator drew up the perfect game plan, and we just executed what he drew up for us.
Hey, Devin, you guys are going to the Super 7. Just tell me what that means to you. BB Comer going to Auburn to play at Jordan-Hare Stadium. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's just put us where we haven't been before. Just making history. I mean, it's special.
Well, Devin, we appreciate you, man, and congratulations. We're going to see you guys at the show, and good luck, man, and a great game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that was Devin Harvey and Sheldon, the matchup.
Cool. There you see it. Fife and BB Comer. Going to be a real good matchup. Jordan-Hare Stadium. Can't wait to see this one in the 2A state finals. We've got two locals so far. 2 for 2.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, hey, we've got a local in the girls AHSAA flag football. How about my alma mater, Oxford Yellow Jackets? They are going to be taking on the Auburn Tigers in the flag football. Wes Brooks, my good friend, he's the coach. And of course, both teams are 3-2 and 3-3. It's going to be a good one down at Jordan-Hare. The very first game you're going to see down on Wednesday at 2 p.m. More coming up on Sideline.
All right, welcome back in to Sideline.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. So we got a good matchup right here. How about 1A, Sheldon?
Let me just tell you something. In one of the semifinals, we're talking about Coosa Christian taking on. Come ready to play all the way out to Reform. You know, Coosa Christian's in Gaston, so they had to make the long drive over. They came ready to play. The Tornado fans, they've been here before, and they just love supporting their team. They were packed on their side. Hey, we talked to some fans before the kickoff. Here's what they had to say.
They came a long way. The kids been working really hard this past year and started off rusty and just finally started clicking.
It's all about the family. If you'll look around, this is what we are. We're one great big family here.
Well, and when it came all down to it, and yet kickoff, both teams coming to the ball field ready to play, the Tornadoes and the Conquerors. I love both those. The cheerleaders come ready to play. And when it's all said and done, you know, 10-3 is what Pickens County came into the game. And of course, Coosa Christian was 10-4 respectively. And just let me just tell you something. Everything was seesaw battle in this game. But when it's all said and done, in a wild finish, Pickens County would end up, I wish we had highlights of this one, but they won 44-40 as the Tornadoes are moving back to the Super 7 with an unbelievable finish. We might have to show some of that during the week next week as we get ready for going down to Albany.
Definitely. And the other matchup that we were talking about, Leroy beat Milry 28-11. That is going to be your that's 1A state championship right there. As you can see, Leroy will take on Pickens County. That is going to be a great matchup.
28-11 was that final. Pretty impressive stuff.
28-11. All right. Hey, earlier in the week, we talked with two coaches, both of the coaches who are going to be competing against each other in the 7A state championship. Are you guys ready for this? Mark Freeman and Keith Etheridge. Start with Mark.
I want to know how you guys have been able to sustain it at this high level for so long.
We're really, really blessed, and I think that we have a platform that that we can use to make people feel better, to glorify God through what we do, and it's the truth. It's the real platform, and we work hard.
And this is cliche, but you guys really are playing your best football right now.
I think the second half of Vestavia and then last week, we finally started playing better and understanding what we're trying to do. You know, and of course that has to carry over. And Auburn is a little bit different team than we've played in the last couple of weeks.
I can't talk about Auburn without bringing up the last time you two were in the same position. What do you remember about that game, really?
You remember the block punt, the onside kick, the strategy of getting us down if we had to kick a field goal, and just, you know, what a blessing and what a amazing night that was.
When you took this job, did you ever envision this?
I thought that we could come here and really build something really special, and our faith and the things that we live off of, I didn't see any reason why we couldn't show.
What is your message to this team now as you prepare for this final game?
We need to know our opponent. We need to be prepared for our opponent. But the thing that we have to work on, Sheldon, is doing what we do and do it right.
You are no stranger to coaching in state championship games, including this one. How many would this make you coaching in the state championship?
To be my 7th.
It doesn't get any easier, I bet, does it?
Never. But every one of them special.
You're going up against the defending champs, Thompson. How you feel about that?
Yeah, they got a great football team. You know, they've won 3 in a row. We're just, you know, we're going to go in there and give it everything we got.
What's it going to take you guys on offense and defense to beat the Warriors?
Play great for 48 minutes, you know, not turn the ball over, take care of the football, do the little things right, you know, don't have pre-snap penalties, you know, play with a great effort and great attitude, and, you know, just be a complete team. You know, we don't have a bunch of 5-stars guys. We just got a bunch of guys who are hard-nosed, blue-collar, and they just play hard. I think that it's going to be a great atmosphere, you know, great state championship atmosphere. And, you know, I love playing at Jordan-Hare because, you know, I've won 3 there. So it's a great feeling to go there.
Playing in your 7th, Coach, and good luck to you guys. And we'll see you Wednesday, November 30th, as you take on Thompson Warriors. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, JJ. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you. And here's the matchup right here. Thompson and Auburn Wednesday at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss that, guys. It's going to be a good one.
A huge rematch for a spot in the 4A state title game. All the highlights coming up on Sideline.
And then just go straight to the banner, you know, the thing for Tristan. We won't introduce that. And then D12 for the band, okay? I'm going to go that real short, okay? We're going to pick up the pace, but I still want to give the guys their time. They came up here. Okay. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
We're going to get over here. Come on, fellas.
Yeah, come on, fellas. Y'all come on over.
Get closer there, Jay, so that we can fit two
We
over
wanna get
here.
them over there. Yeah.
How about the two offensive guys? Because I feel safe. And a Clemson commit. Yeah. You know, I'm an ex-quarterback, so he scares me a little, okay? Stanton, it's Ramil or?
Ramil.
Ramil.
Yep.
Noah Watts, Peter Woods.
It's,
JJ, Sheldon,
Yeah.
we answer to anything, okay?
yes, sir.
Moms and dad, always respect.
And now, here's your cheerleaders of the week, sponsored by Spire.
Stand up! Be proud!
Hey, that's what I'm talking about right here. Lucky 13 is the perfect number for the Coosa Christian Varsity Cheer Squad. Savannah, Caitlin, the Mills, Brianna, Amira, Kayla, Melania, Jillian, Natalie, AJ, Deangene, Lola, and Claire. Hey, let me tell you something. That's the Coosa Christian Varsity Cheerleaders.
You did good.
Sideline's Game of the Week is sponsored by Jack's, all about the South.
Two of the state's best taking each other on right here in Cherokee County. Aniana came out on top during the regular season matchup, but the Warriors meant business. They knew a win today put them into the state final. Let's get right to the action. Big fourth down early. No surprise who gets the ball here for Aniana. Fluff on the screen, cutting clear back across the field. He has a few blockers. Can he pick up the first down? Jackson Amos says not today. The Warriors excited for the stop, but they would soon face a fourth down of their own. And the pressure gets to the quarterback. The defense is showing out early. And that's a theme that would remain the same on this next possession. Aniana looking for some points, and Tay Diamond just proves it's his night to shine. That leaves the Redskins miles away from the first down, literally all the way to Birmingham almost. And it goes from bad to worse. Warriors recover the fumble. The question is, can they make good on their early Christmas present? The fans have faith, and it's going to be rewarded shortly, or at least you would hope so. They're going to give the ball to an unusual, or I should say a usual suspect. Jackson Amos does what he does, finds the end zone. That's a tutty, and the Warriors lead early. But Aniana already itching to find a response. You can never count them out. A large reason why the offensive juggernaut that is known as Fluff Bothwell. Again, a huge talent. He's a record breaker for a reason. But by the fourth, the Warriors were rolling, and Amos provided another exclamation mark. Warriors book a trip to state with the 42-21 victory.
Hats off to our guys. I thought they did a great job of preparation this week, not having school, being on a different routine. None of these guys have ever been this far in the playoffs at all, and so they handled it the way it needed to be handled.
8-0 on this turf. We ain't losing on this turf. So let's go take it to the state championship.
Let's go to Auburn, boys. Let's go to Auburn.
That does it here in Cherokee County, but the team had one more thing they wanted to say. Come on, boys.
Round 5.
Sheldon, they're trying to tell you they're not done yet. Again, they feel like this is just the start. They're excited to finish this mission off, though. That sends it off here in Cherokee County. Tristan Rupert, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
Thanks, Tristan. The other game that they're going to be at, Andalusia at Montgomery Catholic, and of course, man, at the Crampton Bowl. First quarter, the Knights gets the ball and strike. Caleb McCreary to Luke Harkless on the slant. Harkless finds turf, 62 yards, and of course, that's a touchdown. Montgomery Catholic would actually lose it. Andalusia getting it by a squeaker, by 3 points. Andalusia is going to be taking on Cherokee County in the 4A matchup.
So there you see it, the Warriors and the Bulldogs getting it on at Jordan Air Stadium. Now, Tristan was talking about his players. I got a guard and I got a tackle right here.
I got my defensive guy right here.
Yeah, well, without it. Noah Watts and Stanton Ramil right here. Peter Woods over there. They are players for the Thompson Warriors. First off, Noah, how excited are you guys to go back to the championship round?
We're so excited. We're so blessed to be here. Really, we're just blessed. You know, we started out real slow, but we picked it up over the season.
Playing your best ball right now, Stanton?
Yes, sir. You know, that's when the best ball needs to be played in November, and you know, took a little bit for us to get it rolling, but it's the right time.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, I'm an offensive guy, but defense wins championships, man. What do you guys got to do on defense? Have you looked at Auburn yet and see what they got going?
You know, the way that my coaches come out and they game plan and they get us ready for the game. You know, we don't really focus too much on the other team, just what our job is, and you know, for their job to make their job easier, we don't let them score. They score 7 points, we win the game, and that's just our mindset going into it.
Okay, if we look at the records from this season, we've got some video of you guys playing throughout the year. Your play has improved, and you talked about that earlier. Just talk about where this team has, you feel the pressure of everything as we see some of the highlights from this season?
Yes, sir, we do. From we started out real slow, and we just worked up from that and everything through our practice habits. It's just gone up tremendously.
Yeah, excellent. And Stanton, when you see how far this team has come, night and day?
Yes, sir. You know, we've been at it for, you know, there's no breaks for us. And, you know, just seeing it all pan out for us right now, it's awesome.
Yeah, Peter, you know, defense, like you said, you know, you guys didn't play like chump teams at the beginning when the losses, but again, coming on real strong on defense.
Yes, sir. You know, we've just kind of worked on, you know, trying to complement each other as an offense and a defense and the special teams and not really have to accommodate. And I feel that's what we've worked on, you know, just kind of that team bond, and that's really what has brought us so far.
Hey, we still have some video of 2 years ago. Thompson versus Auburn in that championship game. Were you all on the sideline at that time? Y'all playing?
We were on the field.
Yeah, you were on the field.
Yes, sir.
What was that like, that final minute where you guys just came back incredible?
It was crazy. All glory to God in that moment. It was all God.
I broke down crying.
Yeah.
But somebody had to pick me up. I was in my knee brace and just came off my injury, so you know it was just kind of surreal.
Did you think it was over though?
I did. I was one of those guys who was crying. You know, last game, felt for the seniors, and then boom.
Before we let you guys go, who wins in practice? The offensive line or the defensive line? Just who wins?
I'm gonna let them answer. They're gonna answer it truthfully.
It sounds like
we're taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Hey, they only care if Thompson beats
I gave them
Auburn
a chance. I gave them a chance.
on Wednesday of next week. Hey, we've got the band coming up too.
And
Appreciate
now,
you guys.
your sideline band of the week, sponsored by Opinion Credit Union.
All right, that's the sound of the Hueytown High School Golden Gopher Marching Band. Dwight Cadell is the band director, and he's got a large group, 160 members. Their halftime show is called The King. The sideline band of the week is the Hueytown High School Marching Band.
Sideline Drive of the Week is sponsored by your Community Health Mart Pharmacy.
Hey Jay, I'm certainly glad I didn't have to pay for the gas because this week's drive is 116 miles, about 2 hours from Top Red Mountain, I-65 north to 310, another 63 miles from there. We're going to Muscle Shoals for Mountain Brook and the Muscle Shoals team. Let me just tell you something, the Trojans didn't have a chance because the team from Mountain Brook came ready to play despite giving up the touchdown right there. But in the end, too much. Cole Campbell making a dash for 40 yards. We're going to call him a sideline standout. And look at the final here. Mountain Brook 28-7. The Spartans are going to Auburn.
The other matchup, how about?
We have not said one word about being in this arena. We haven't said one word. There's nothing in our field house that talks about, winning a championship. It's just being a champion, being the kind of person that's a champion. And whether we won this game or not, that's what those kids are.
Let me just tell you something. The Spartans improved to 12-2. Who do they play?
They play SIDELINE and Theodore. That's the matchup right there. How about this? SIDELINE came out strong. They would not falter. They beat Theodore 21-6. They are going to be the matchup against Mountain Brook. And here it is, your 6A state championship. Mountain Brook and SIDELINE. Are you guys ready? Because we do have another one in the viewing area who's going to be in the finals.
That's next Friday night, and I like that. What about in Class 3A? We've got a semifinal. Over to Piedmont we go. Reggie Kyle taking care of the action there as the Bulldogs playing host to the Sylvania Rams. And let me just tell you something. Piedmont gave up a score right there to trail early on, but when it's all said and done, you got Jackson Hayes at quarterback, Ishmael Bethel, that's all you're going to do. A sideline standout as they just run crazy. Piedmont wins 55-22. They are moving back to the state championship game.
Best feeling in the world when you talk about high school football. It's the goal everybody has at the beginning of the year, and our guys, we didn't start out too good, losing that opener, and thought our guys just really played hard. Each and every week we improved, we got better and better.
Hey, and there you have it. Piedmont improves to 12-2. They're looking to defend their crown in Class 3A. Jay.
Well, who will they be going up against? Hey, how about St. James and Mobile Christian? Mobile Christian 6-7, but they hit a spark. But you know what? They ended there. St. James too much. They win it 35-7 to face Piedmont in that 3A championship. And here's the matchup right here. Are you guys ready? That is going to be on Thursday.
Sounds good.
Believe. Yeah, I believe it is. Anyway, but St. James and Piedmont in the 3A state championship.
Yeah! Hey, let me just tell you something. Talk about brotherly love. Jacob Rivera and his girlfriend Gayla holding up a sign for his brother Jacob, who plays for Lynn, the Bears. He's number 58. So Jacob and Gayla earn it the Sideline Fan of the Week.
And now, here's your MVP of the week, sponsored by Andrew Sports Medicine.
Sideline MVP is Cherokee County's Jacob Cornejo. And as a former running back myself, man, I know you had to feel good to get over 100 that game, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a really good feeling.
You guys are very successful in the running game. What's the reason for that?
I mean, I would say it's mostly our bond together, really. We're all friends. We all cut up, so we're really close to each other. So we're really trying to help each other out. That's what makes our running game so impactful.
Offenses are always fun, but defenses win championships. What makes your defense go?
Once somebody gets hot, everybody's gonna get hot, and that's what keeps us going. Like, say if Tay gets a tackle in the backfield, that's gonna take us a long way because we're gonna keep on. I think our offense is more balanced, but yet we like to show that we can break your will. I think it's good to have a strong run and attack. I think so.
What do you like to do outside of football?
I like to go out, go do stuff, go watch a movie, go play some putt-putt, hang out with my girlfriend. Just the normal stuff.
Now tell me about the community of Center, man.
It feels great to know that the whole community's got our back. They're like the semifinals, they're everything.
You are our sideline MVP. Just keep rocking, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jacob's going to get this right here. And, of course, we want to thank these guys. Peter, you going to Clemson?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
Michigan State for Stanton, Sanford for my man Noah. Hey, we also want to thank the cheerleaders from Coosa Christian.
And thank all of you.
Sideline. And next week, Super 7 final.
Yes, from Jordan Hare.